Welcome to day 2 of the Fife Pilgrim Way. This is my day 2. You can make it any day 2 you want, because not everybody's going to do this the same way. I'm just doing this a day at a time, and I can pick and choose. The Fife Pilgrim Way apparently has 2 starting points. Curtis, which was for me day 1, and North Queensferry. So depending on which one of those you start at, you could perhaps regard the other one as a bit of a spur. But you would clearly want to do all these bits. You really don't want to miss anything. Today I'm starting at Dunfermline and heading for North Queensferry. That's probably not the right way around to do it, but as I say, if you're just on a day out, you can pick and choose and do it any way you want. In day 1 I was talking about how I was a little bit unsure about the routes and things, and I didn't have a map that gave me the exact route of the Fife Pilgrim Way. Well, I've gone online and found a website, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'm going to put the name of it along the bottom of the screen right now. And I would advise you to have a look at that website, because it does have detailed maps of all the different stages of this walk. And what I generally like to do, whether I'm on a day out or if I'm doing a whole, the whole of a long distance walking trail, whether it's a Fife Pilgrim Way or some other walking trail, what I like to do is just check the exact route and then take an Ordnance Survey Land Ranger map and highlight the route with a yellow highlighter pen. And that way, you can see as you're walking, you can see at a glance exactly what's going on. You don't have to be trying to figure out all sorts of things. It's very easy to see a yellow highlighter pen on your map. So, as the sign here says, North Queensferry, it's 8.5 miles in that direction. 8.5 miles isn't, it's not a great distance, and it's maybe half a day's walk. And I think if I was to give anyone any advice, anyone who was thinking about doing this or any other long distance walking trail, is don't walk too far in any one day. Leave yourself enough time to explore the place that you're visiting, because this isn't all about walking, it's about exploring things and seeing new things. So let's go. In Google satellite view, you can see Dunfermline near the top. My route today takes me south towards the Firth of Forth, by Rosyth and into Inverkeithing, before joining with the Fife coastal path through Port Lang and into North Queensferry.
Our first proper glimpse of the three bridges at North Queensferry, which is ultimately where we're going to be ending up today. But we're not going directly there, we're making for Inverkeithing first, which isn't too far away. We'll have a wee rest and something to eat when we get there.
I was just saying to somebody there that why is it that when you desperately want a seat in the shade, there isn't one? Just a line of trees there and a bit of shade. Almost tempted to shift the bench over there, in fact. Oh, I'm shattered. This is Inverkeithing. Quite a lovely old town with a number of series of old buildings and a lovely market cross. Beautiful. This big building behind me, let's have a look now. This is apparently a hospitium. That word relating to hospitality. And it's part of a 14th century Franciscan friary that used to sit here. And while that building was, I think, pretty heavily renovated in the 1930s, it's pretty much, you know, what you see is pretty much a 14th century structure. And for many of the pilgrims that arrived at North Queensferry on their way to St Andrews, you know, quite a few would have popped in here for a wee bit of rest and a bit of hospitality in the hospitium. And that's desperately what I need right now, a wee rest. As I was setting up the camera there, I could sense that all the seagulls were trying to figure out if they could remove my pie in one fell swoop. It was a close run thing, I'll tell you. I nearly lost my pie. But this is a steak and haggis pie, and it's out of Stephen's Bakers in the High Street here in Inverkeithing. It's a baker's that was established in, wait a minute, 1873. I asked the woman in the baker's there where, and you know, in what town it was established. She reckoned Dunfermline, which obviously isn't that far away. And it's just nice to see old businesses still on the go and thriving. And Stephen's as a baker's is really up against it, because there's another couple of bakers on the High Street in Inverkeithing. You've got Baines and the ever ubiquitous Greg's. How Greg's managed to slot in there, I certainly do not know. But all of them still seem to be surviving. It's just good to see Stephen still there. Now, if you'll forgive me for quite a long period of time, I'm going to eat my pie and drink my juice and chill out. I'll see you shortly. We've just come out of Inverkeithing and just passing some old works here. I'm not sure what sort of works it used to be, but there's this little kind of wooden and corrugated iron hut here sitting at looks like an old entrance to this works, and you have to wonder what on earth it's there's a stock car racer coming. That reminds me of Cowdenbeath. I used to go to Cowdenbeath stock car racing decades ago. Maybe it's time I went back there. I miss it. But yeah, this old green sort of wooden and corrugated iron hut, and you think, what was that used for? You think, well, was a man used to be in there, like a kind of somebody guarding the gate maybe? Who knows? Something else to be fascinated about, that's for certain. that's me in North Queensferry, and as you can see behind me is the magnificent 4th Railway Bridge. In the medieval period, it would have been St Margaret who organised ferries across the Firth of Forth here for pilgrims who would have been, I presume, heading for St Andrews. And after St Margaret's passing, many of those pilgrims would have perhaps used the same ferry that had been set up to visit St Margaret's Shrine in Dunfermline. I think for walkers today following the Fife Pilgrim Way, in many ways North Queensferry will probably be your first day of walking, and you would probably make the little spur between Curus and Dunfermline as perhaps your second day. But as I said earlier on, don't do too many miles in a day. You know, it's all about seeing things, it's not about exhausting yourself. For me, my day 3, and I'm just doing this at a day at a time, will be between Dunfermline and Lochore, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm Eddie Burns, I'll see you again.